On 2 separate occasions, I've ended up in the air ambulance because of this job. Never thought I'd be saying that. So I gained the planning permission in February of 2021, and that's when I decided to open the Secret Garden Glamping. But all my previous bookings were with Airbnb. So although we had like 2 years of advanced bookings, I had 0 revenue. You know, all that money that came into Airbnb, I don't know if people know in general, when you make a booking through Airbnb, they keep that money and they pay it out to the host 24 hours after the guest arrives. So although we had loads of advanced bookings, we had 0 revenue. All we were getting in was, you know, a little bit each day. So I thought, well, how am I gonna, I had this planning permission, which I'd spent, all of that money I'd kind of saved from Airbnb, spent on the planning permission, was back to 0. So I had the planning permission and had no revenue to build it with. So, but looking back now, I set up a Facebook account called The Secret Garden Glamping. I decided to do what I now see as like my own crowdfunding. Like I had this idea and I wanted to build more, but I had no revenue to do it with. So I remember I came up with a logo, I designed a logo on, I think it was like Wix Studio or something like that at the time. Create this logo and called it The Lodge. And I told everybody, you know, I launched it, I said, this is what I want to build. It's going to be, you know, similar to what I've done before, but, you know, taking it up another gear. And I launched pre-bookings. I got my own little booking platform so we could take payments and that sort of stuff, and launched it. And we did, I think, about 150 pre-bookings, which gave me 30% revenue to start building the unit. So I started building it, kept updating people with my journey as it went along, what I was doing, you know, what I was trying to build, what I was trying to create, and people really just got on board with it. By the time it opened, the lodge, again, as soon as we released the photos, it just went viral, and that one was booked for 2 years in advance. And I was like, right, okay, this has got to end at some point. But I kept doing more. We then expanded into the woodland and onto the retreat, which was the first one of our yurts. I absolutely love that unit. It's always this balance of glamping versus lodges. You know, it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I genuinely like both. You know, I think there is a totally different experience you can have in a yurt compared to what you can have in a lodge. You know, a lodge is just really an extension of your home, where something under canvas, I love it when it rains, you can hear it tapping on the roof and that sort of stuff. I get it's not for everybody. You know, a lot of people just want absolute silence. So one of the pods or lodges we've got, which are super insulated, double glazed and all that sort of stuff, you can hear nothing when you're in there. It's they're amazing.